Hey, 30-06 John here, and today I have an update for my 240 grain 44 Magnum hunting loads. A quick review of my last shooting session. I loaded up some 240 grain XTP and hardcast bullets using Winchester 296 powder. At 25 yards, the 240 XTPs, they group okay, 3 3/8 inches at 25 yards. This is shooting off of a bench, off a table. Average velocity of 1,433 feet per second. The 240 grain hardcast lead at 25 yards also did well. The velocity also was uniquely enough, 1,433 feet per second. They grouped 3 1/4 inches for 5 shots at 25 yards. But when I went to 50 yards, my group sort of went haywire on me. Let me zoom out there a little bit. Yeah. The 240 XTPs seemed to want to shoot accurate. I was sort of low on ammunition. I only had 2 shots left. But at 50 yards, the 240 grain hardcast, there were a lot of vertical dispersion. A little bit, one on the to the left here a little bit. Group for those 5 shots is 10 1/4 inches. Well, I was a little bit frustrated by that shooting there. So what I did was load up some more ammunition and went back to the range a day or two later. Now this time shooting at 50 yards, I did concentrate on my sight picture, trigger squeeze, and also maintaining a consistent grip. At 50 yards, the 240 XTPs grouped a nice 3 3/4 inch group at 50 yards. Once again, that was shooting off of a table. That's pretty good shooting. A little bit better than I thought it was going to be. Next load I tried was a 240 grain hardcast, and I did shoot 5 shots at 50 yards. It made a nice group, 6 inches when you count all 5 shots. If you only count these 4 shots right here, it makes the exact same group size as the 240 grain XTPs, 3 3/4 inches. This shot right here, I don't know if I pulled it. I don't know if the hardcast lead bullet had some defect in it. But you take that one flyer away, that's actually pretty good group size there for 50 yards. So what was the difference between my first shooting session at 50 yards and this last shooting session, and how did the groups get so much better? Well, I just kept to the basics. Made sure my sight alignment, my front and rear sight were lined up good, and concentrated on my trigger squeeze. Also, I think the big difference was my having a more consistent grip. Let me demonstrate. Make sure my handgun's unloaded. Now, if you just grip a handgun and keep it sort of loose, you know, you get a different recoil every time you pull the trigger. In plastic pistols, like a Glock or a type pistol, a lot of people have what's called limp wristing it, and that will cause the gun to jam up. Revolver really doesn't have that, but what you do have is that you get a different point of impact. At 5 or 10 yards, 7 yards, it's not really noticeable, but when you're shooting at 50 yards, having a different grip really makes a big difference on your point of impact. If you hold it tight on one time, a little bit looser, you will get variances in where the bullet hits. So what I concentrated on was having a good solid grip, maintaining the same consistent grip, sight alignment, and having nice trigger squeeze. That enabled me to get a lot better hits at 50 yards than the last time. So I did forget a basic fundamental of pistol shooting, maintaining a consistent, strong grip. So the first time I was shooting at 50 yards, I got a very large group size. When I went back to the fundamentals, sight picture, trigger squeeze, a consistent grip, I reduced my grips pretty good. I still think I probably pulled this one here. That was still me. With more practice, I probably would do better. The XTP shot very well. And that's actually pretty good shooting there for 50 yards. Anyhow, I hope everyone enjoyed this video. Please hit the like and subscribe button if you like this type of content. Everyone stay safe, have a nice day, and thanks for watching.